As Will and Levan coming at you guys. We just played our first game of Madden 23. Levan, what did you think of Madden 23 and your first experience with it?
Fucking hate it, dude. The game sucks. It's obviously gotten worse. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be adjustment time, boys. So you might want to spend some time on the sticks before we get the league going. Just a heads up.
What's like the biggest difference that you noticed like right away?
Well, the biggest one, obviously, is everybody kind of knows about it. Is the escape artist is no longer a thing. Scrambling with a quarterback is extremely hard, and even fast quarterbacks like Russell Wilson struggled a lot. So, and it's like it seems like even the quick passing game is just kind of like really tough to develop if you don't have X factor receivers. So I don't know, man. That's only one game. I'm gonna have to like dive into it and kind of like explore a little more. But that was my initial thoughts off of it. What about yours?
Well, I totally agree with what you said. There's definitely no like just immediate scramble out to the right side with your quarterback. Like I feel like there needs to be like a real angle for you to scramble and get extra space if you want to do that. Like you're not just gonna be able to scramble. Throwing on the run so hard. You know, you had so many inaccurate passes when you threw on the run. Um, and then so many like the tackle battles, right? That was kind of weird when you get engaged on a tackle and then A pops up and you have to. It's like so quick. I don't think I hit that one time.
I don't think so either. Yeah, it's like you don't even think about it because before the tackle even happens, you're trying to make so many things happen, right? You're trying to either juke or do a little quick stick move or something like that, and next thing you know, his tackle ball's up, and by the time you see it and you're like trying to react to it, it's gone. So I almost feel like maybe that's who's gonna benefit from it is like those downhill heavy hitting running backs who like see contact. You just go up, like you just go down with it and just you're ready for the A button. You're not really looking to make any other moves. You're just trying to like run somebody over. That's what I'm thinking of when I think about that. But it's gonna be really hard. I don't know, man. Every time new meta comes out, there's some new added into it, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be so hard. And then like in 3 weeks, you're like just a master of it. So you just
Yeah,
it's
and then
just
you go back and you look at Madden 22 and it's like, whoa, this looks way worse than what I've been playing for. Like, yeah, it's
right.
going to be a tough 2 weeks, but we'll get over it. We'll adjust like we always do every year.
Yeah, most definitely.
Last thing, the stick movement was crazy too. Like, you can really
Love it.
cut easily with the left stick. You don't really need to juke. You can just put your foot in the ground. Melvin Gordon was saucing me up with some crazy runs today.
Yeah, and that's probably my favorite update in a game is that you can actually like when you see the holes develop because we all know the running plays don't really develop the same way you draw them up on when you pick a play. When you see the holes develop on a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, you no longer running to your back of your offensive lineman's fucking cheeks. You can actually kind of like put your foot in the ground and cut to the left a lot more sharper. Even if you're hitting the sprint button, so it's cool. It's cool. I like that. That's my favorite update for sure.
Cool. And if they're going to make passing way harder, like it looks like they did, they've got to make running the ball more fun. So it looks like they definitely tried to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got some games to recap. So the last time we got together, it was the NFC Wildcard had wrapped up. The AFC Wildcard games, they hadn't played those games yet. Fast
Mhm.
forward to now, we've got 4 teams left. Okay. So we went through the AFC Wildcard round, then the NFC Divisional. We played our game, fucking epic game. We'll talk about that. Um, Alex played Dallin. Cowboys played the Saints. Um, Riley and Jose played. Joe Kim and Mike Trout played. But let's just run through the AFC wildcard just so we get caught up real quick. All right. So first game, Dolphins beat the Browns CPU 36-10. Is there anything that we really need to say about that one?
No, not really. Do you want to say? I mean, I
No,
watched
I
some
got
of it.
nothing.
Yeah, it was just regular CPU beatdown. Uh, Riley took care of business. It is what it is. I
What about
when I play CPU, I always like get scared. Old man in CPU, I'm like, oh shit, and then I remember what plays work against it, and you just figure it out. You just beat it.
yeah? And I feel like early on if it's going to be one of those games where the CPU hangs around or if you're just going to have your way with them. And it looked like Riley was having his way.
Yeah, and it is a huge bummer that we have a CPU game in playoffs. Like this is the first time that we've had a CPU game play a game since I've been in the league. So hopefully we don't have those more.
I
You know.
blame Logan and Jason on that one for letting the Browns still make the playoffs in the AFC North.
Yeah, 100%. Shame on
All
you
right.
guys.
Next game, the huge upset. Jose got a little chatty in the group after this one because he was saying that he called me Will Kiper Jr. because I had all the wrong picks. But I mean, I was the only one that picked the Raiders to beat the fucking Colts, so I don't know why I was. I felt like you catching heat in the chat after the pod for no reason.
Well. How the tables have turned. I loved
Yeah,
it.
right.
Finally, finally, somebody coming at you for no reason. Yeah. We do
But
have
he
a
earned the right to
caveat.
talk.
What's up?
But Jose earned the right to talk. That was a fucking huge win against the Bills.
Yeah, huge upset. We do gotta mention that our boy Timmy was playing from the caves of uh Swedenland, somewhere in an ice cave in Alaskan weather. I don't know. He had a bad internet. Bottom line is that, and he was struggling on offense. But nevertheless, good job, JJ. Uh, huge win for him. Is this his only playoff win?
Definitely. Yeah, I think he made the playoffs one other season. I kind of vaguely remember him playing Riley in the playoffs. Um, in maybe like the first season, something like that. He ended up
That
playing
doesn't
Riley
seem right.
again
That
yesterday.
doesn't seem right. Did because Riley never won the division before. Neither did
Mm.
neither did um
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, I might
they
be
wouldn't
off on
have.
that.
Yeah, they won't have played each other, but yeah, okay. So two playoff appearances and one playoff win. I mean, that's good for him, man. I'm happy.
Solid. Yeah, so 35-6. We know about the lag, but that's all right. And then the last AFC game of the weekend, definitely the best AFC wildcard game, which was the Raiders. I would say this was an upset, getting the upset win at home against Josh Allen, Adam,
He
and the
was.
Colts.
Yeah,
Crazy game.
they were the home dogs and they pulled it off. Uh, they did need some balls to bounce their way, but it takes a good player to capitalize on good fortune and taking away the game. So solid win, solid.
Yeah, I rewatched that game this morning because I didn't get to watch it so closely the first time around. I think they played pretty late, but I think it was like 21-7. Colts came back, made it 21-21. Raiders put a drive together, had a really nice touchdown to Stephon Diggs. And then the next drive, the Colts are coming back down the field. Josh Allen hits a receiver in the flat. He tries to spin back in towards the field, and something we see all the time. Spin move into a hit stick, fumble. Then Raiders just picks up a couple first downs to ice the game. Huge win for Mike Trout. Super pumped for him.
Yeah. The turning point was definitely that holding call on that called
Oh
back a
yeah.
touchdown. That was gonna tie the game there. And yeah, the fumble happened literally a play later. Reminds me kind of like the game I lost to you in week 16, I believe, or week 17, when I had a double drop by Adams and McCoy Hardman into the head zone, and then same animation fumble literally next play
Mhm.
by CMC that you picked up and scored on. So yeah, man, solid win on the Raiders. They moved on, and to shape up, to kind of like shape the playoff bracket at this point, we have Titans going against the Raiders, Dolphins going against the Steelers, and in NFC we got 49ers and Cardinals, and Cowboys and Saints. Uh, and then as usual, we had the NFC games go down first. Take us away.
Well, we had the first game. It was me and you, bro. We had the midday game. We had both streams going, both of us with webcams. And I got to say to the league, right? Like, I would love to get to a point where every single game has both teams streaming and both people with their webcams on, because you were able to put together two great videos, right? That the opening play, the kickoff, where you kicked it to my fullback, fumble, scoop and score for the touchdown to start the game. We got both reactions. You're going nuts. I'm completely shocked. And then later in the game at the end, when it's an 8-point game, Khalil Mack busting through on the blocked field goal. Antoine Winfield picks it up. I'm going absolutely nuts. You're in disbelief. Like, you can only
That
get
was
those moments
awesome.
when we both stream, man.
Dude, that was so awesome. I didn't even only reason I thought about it to make those clips is because I was rewatching your stream because I wanted to see how like he looked like from your side of the how I was playing from your side of the view. Uh, and I saw you just go bonkers on that field goal block, and I was like, "This is hilarious," because I was going like that when I had the fumble recovery on the first kickoff. So I was like, I gotta compare how these look, and it was a great clip. I liked it.
Well, it was perfect, dude, because you were the away team, so you were streaming. You put your stream in the chat. I posted on my Instagram story that I'm going live with a playoff game. So you basically had the entire league in your Twitch chat. I had the whole jock chat squad, like all my boys from home, in my chat. So, dude, the chat was blowing up after that field goal. I was so hyped. And I think that's why I had such a bad play call on the 2 point. I needed like 30 seconds to come down, but I had no timeouts or anything. Couldn't get the 2 point.
Dang,
Cardinals win.
that's crazy. Um, I do gotta say, I think between the two of us, we had like 20 plus viewers, didn't we?
I got up to 20 viewers, 20 unique viewers on my stream alone. So whatever you
Oh,
got on
yeah. I
top of
think
that,
the highest I was up to like was either 9 or 10, maybe. So that's what's up,
let's
man.
go.
Yeah, a lot of people tuned in one for that one. That was awesome. Good
We got
morning,
Mile High
Mike.
Mike in the chat. Yeah, what's up, bro?
Um,
But we were talking about it, dude. I mean, no interceptions in that game. Some fucking high level Madden ends up being a 2 point game. We were saying that was probably the best playoff game since those Easter playoff games that were just so hype in the chat. And those games were Hank versus Dallin, Lions versus Saints, and then
yep.
Spence and the Broncos versus the Dolphins. Like that doubleheader in the morning, that was just so electric. I think our game was right up there with those.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, yeah. I mean, he had everything, right? He had first of all, gotta give you props to you and I. 0 interceptions, and we put up 60 points on a scoreboard. So it's not like it was like 17-7 win or not something like that. Um, no interceptions, no passing touchdowns by Russell Wilson. This was the thing. I came into this game. I was like, I'm not gonna throw end zone interceptions. Russell Wilson came with 3 rushing touchdowns, which was very uncharacteristic of me into the end zone. So switched it up on you a little bit, which seemed to work. I was happy about that. And then same with you, man. You were just like every time I pulled away, you were just catching right back up. And even in the last second when I thought I was icing the game with that field goal, just dramatic fashion. Madden give you another chance to come back. And I mean, I'm saying chance, but you said it. What did you say when you were after the game before that field goal?
Well, I did kind of feel like I was going to break through and block it, and I think the reason for that was, you were up 7 and then you kept going up 10, and then it would get back down to 7, you keep going up 10. Like you kept getting these field goals. You had like maybe 4 field goals over the course of the game. And something about that, I just feel like Madden, when you're not grabbing the game by the throat, right? You're not taking the touchdown to go up by 14 when you're just, all right, I'll take 3, I'll go up 10, I'll go up 11. Madden's like, all right, let's throw him a bone here. So something in my subconscious knew I was going to bust through on that one. I
You
can't believe
got
I
it.
couldn't complete the job.
Yeah, that's sad. I mean, OT
You
would
would
have
have.
been electric.
Oh my god, dude! Can you imagine holding the controller, dude? I would have been going nuts, man.
Dude, I would have been probably sweatier than a fat chick holding in a sneeze. It would have been like insane. Like I would have just dripping sweat. I was already not gonna like. So the funny thing is, coming into the game, I was steady. I was fine. Like I had confidence. I was like, one more shot at the 49ers. This is great. And then fourth quarter, when I started realizing, I was like, I think that when you burned your last timeout, I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is it. I was
It's
like,
gonna
I'm about to
happen.
clinch it. I was like, this is it. That's when I started getting nervous. That's what I call a timeout before I kicked the field goal. I was like, hold on. I'm gonna come back down. I don't want to kick on the last second. Call the timeout, and then you got the field goal block. Absolutely, I was shocked. Yeah, and you can see on the clip. Put it on the chat. I was just like, my jaw dropped. I was like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, you were like,
But
it wouldn't be a Madden 22 game if I wasn't getting a nice little gift there.
yeah, most definitely.
Dang, we're not going to address hateful comments in the chat. I know that's Timmy being a little troll out there. Get the fuck
Is
out of here, Timmy.
is it like 2 a.m. in fucking Swedenland?
No, it's like 6 p.m.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm terrible with time zones. So, let's see. So, okay, well, let's move on to the next one then. I'd say that's playoff game of the year. Well,
Easily.
this
Easily.
season, I should say. Yeah, that was 6 p.m. Cool. Yeah, that was one of the most fun games I've ever played. So, good job to both of us, I should say.
So fun, dude. And I put it out in the universe repeatedly this season that you would beat the 49ers on your way to a Super Bowl. So, you know, when when the first kickoff happened and I fumbled it and I was like, I'm really fucked, aren't I? I fucked myself here.
And we forgot to shape it. How did that happen? Remember? Because we had a
Oh yeah,
jersey
no,
down
I
for it.
remember. Yeah, exactly. So we start the game, right? And you're bitching that you chose the wrong uniforms, which
I
is,
wasn't
you've been
bitching.
using.
I had red and white, and you also had red and white. I was like, we can't play this.
Okay, well, you chose that. So so basically you kick it off because we can't quit before the kickoff. And
Yeah.
I just like I start celebrating in the end zone. What happened? I like safetied or fumbled or something.
You brought it out of the end zone celebrating, and I just hit you, and I picked it up, and you got downs on the first yard line. But I was like, okay, never mind. Jerseys are good. Let's play back on. Games back on. And then as a
And
joke,
then Madden knew. And then
and
Madden knew in
Madden
the next
knew
game.
as
They're
soon
like,
as
"Oh,
I
you want to be
next game,
cocky?"
yeah. Next game, I kicked it off, and I said, I think we got to recreate this, man. And then you were like, yeah, right. That was so awesome. You pick up the ball, just like get drilled by Heinrich, my middle linebacker, who's actually really good at forcing the fumbles. So that was awesome.
And
Couldn't
when that
believe it.
happens in a playoff game, it's just like you feel like you can't make a mistake the rest of the game. Like
Yeah.
it's
Oh
so
yeah.
so hard because you know they're getting the ball back in the second half. So,
And then
but
even to think about the some of the plays I made on you, right? I had two huge, like 30+ yarders on you. That was on me. Just like I'm up. I got 7 free points. I was like, I'm good. I'm playing with the house money here. I'm not throwing it up to Devontae Adams, McGoley Hardman, and they both, they ended up coming down with those balls. So
well, the
it
biggest kick in
definitely
the
affects the
nuts
game
was it
huge.
was you went up 7-0. Then I make it 7-3, and then the next drive it's like, all right, I need to stop. I can get right back in this game with a stop. I'm down 7-3. Third down, Russell just throws it up. Mecole Hardman and Kyle Hamilton down by the end zone. Kyle Hamilton's got like 5 inches on him. Just tips up in the air, and then Mecole Hardman catches it and gets immediately tackled. You score the next play, 14-3. It's like it's a real uphill battle from here. But enough about our game. It was a classic. The whole league
It
saw it.
was.
So let's move on. The next game was 2-seed Cowboys hosting 4-seed Dallin and the Saints. We saw this in the NFC Championship last year. Obviously, Alex won that. Alex wins this one 43-20. Any big takeaways from Saints Cowboys?
I watched this game. I don't remember a lot about it. I'll be honest. I just I know that one thing the is Saints' strength is Brees Hall in their run game, and he always fails to utilize that till it's too late. That's my personal opinion. If he stuck with that run earlier, I think he has a chance here. But he put in Arch Manning's hands, too much weight on his shoulders, I think, and you know, Cowboys just pounced on that
Not yes, that is 100% true. Let's see the stats for Brees. I mean, he had 15 carries, so he was giving him the ball, but
at the end
um,
when it was
yeah,
too late. Yeah,
Arch Manning with 3 interceptions, 17 of 27. One play that stood out to me was a fucking crazy play. Like down by the goal line, Alex is scrambling with Mac Jones, gets like very close to the line of scrimmage, and then throws it. And Mac Jones does like a 180 throw towards the sideline and completed for a touchdown. I was like, yeah, Dallin, you're
yeah.
losing. I'm sorry, you're not winning
Yeah,
this.
that's when he knew that it was just not happening. Yeah, Saints, you were just not happening. Saints were gonna lose. Um, yeah, looking at the scoreboard, the funny thing is, Cowboys also kicked a lot of field goals. You look at one field goal, two field goals, and then two more to open up the third quarter. So seems like Saints were holding up in the red zone, but they just could not get any points up on the board. And this is when I think there was a chance for them to catch up right before the half by kicking a field goal, but they choose to go for a touchdown, check it down, get tackled in bounds, no timeouts and
Oh
timeouts
yeah,
out. That was just a classic mismanagement of the game clock. So you know, you going up somebody like Alex, he's gonna make you pay for those.
For sure. All right. So that was yeah, big win for Alex. So we've got Cowboys, Cardinals in the NFC Championship game. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So AFC side, first game we had the Titans absolutely smacking the Raiders 63-3. What this reminded me of, remember, obviously everybody remembers the Tebow playoff win against the Steelers. And it was just like, it was the most unbelievable thing ever. And then the next week they played the Patriots and got smoked.
Yeah,
That's what this
that's a
that's what
great
this kind of made me
comparison.
think of.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like you got your miracle win, you got your playoff win. That's huge, more than anybody thought that you would. And for Mike Trout, that's awesome. Huge for his confidence and huge going into Madden 23 that he beat Adam, a good player in the playoffs. But he had no business being out there with the Titans. It was bad the
no,
whole game.
yeah, you could clearly see who's the number one seed there and who's the 7 or 8 win team. That you know shouldn't even be in the playoffs. Sorry, Mike. Uh, but
What a draw for Joe Kim in the playoffs, getting a bye, then getting
I
the
know
Raiders.
bye. It's like 2 week bye, pretty much. Enjoy
Yeah.
your straight ticket to the AFC Championship. I think it was like 21-0. And I was like, okay, GG. I think I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
The first quarter, I was like, it's just bad matchup. Raiders not gonna pull this off. So yeah, not much to say that. Easy game for Jokim.
Not much to say about that. Not much to say about the other game either. We had the Dolphins 2 seed against Steelers 3 seed, and I think they desynced or
Yeah,
something at
I
like
think it was
28-0.
no, it was more than that. I think it was 35-0 and ended
Ooh,
the third quarter. Yeah. So kind of like same, huh? Same as Raiders. Nice upset at home. And Magic ran out in the second round of playoffs. And I gotta say, I really feel good about Dolphins here, man. This has to be huge for him to get back to back wins in the playoffs with his quarterback pretty much crippled, with his X factors taken away. So we'll see how um he, we'll see how he shows up
dude,
against
like,
the Titans, whose pass rush is insane. But what's up?
well, look at the two teams that are in the AFC Championship game. We just talked about Joe Kim's path, the bye, then the Raiders, and then Riley. He gets the CPU Browns and then the Steelers. Like, come
Yeah.
on, that's so easy.
Yeah, look at mine. I got the Lions who were red hot all year, and I got 49ers who I've never beaten in my life. Actually, funny thing, I've never beaten Lions or 49ers in Madden
Yeah,
22. And only players that I've played more than 3 times and never beaten are Lions or 49ers, and got both W's. This was so huge, honestly, for the Cardinals. This is great. Um, even the Cowboys, they had to beat the Vikings, and he mentioned plenty of times that Vikings used to be his daddy too. So, and then the Saints, another good team. Wow, it's just so lopsided, and then this guy's kind of makes me sad because we gotta see this next Madden too. It's gonna be lopsided again. We
I
fucked up.
know.
We fucked up the draft.
We really did it to ourselves. So we've got
Yeah,
4 teams left. Do you think we've got the best 4 teams left here? Because I kind of think we do.
I. You know what's funny? I was gonna bring this up because I was looking at our uh rankings earlier that we made mid-season rankings, I believe.
Hmm.
And let me pull it up real fast. I should have been more prepared. It's a good podcast now. Where'd he go? Oh, geez. I
I
swear
don't
I
know
was
if I
just
would. I don't know if I would swap in any team into this top 4. I think the 49ers would be 5, and that makes sense because you beat me by 2 points. So
okay. So I was a little bit off. My top 4 were Cowboys, 49ers, Cardinals, and Vikings, and then Titans were fifth. I was I was the only one who put myself in the top 3 though. I remember that clearly. And here we are, only wild card team in a final 4. So I think you guys missed on me.
maybe, yeah, we probably did.
Yeah.
Um, shit. What was I going to say? So do you think these are the 4 best teams that are left in the league?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, 4 best teams in their respective
Playing the
conferences.
best right now, like deserve to be here. I don't think anybody
Yeah, yeah,
deserved to make it to the NFC to the championship round. That's not there. I think we've got the
yeah.
teams that we want here, and I think I was talking to Cynthia about this last night. I have a solid take on these two games. Like we've got two great matchups: Joe Kim against Riley,
Hmm.
Alex against Levan. Two great matchups. Four teams that absolutely deserve to be there, like we just said. But in each matchup, there is a team that is much easier to root for than the other. I think we've got a team of destiny on both sides, a team that a lot of people are going to get behind on both sides. And let
Yeah,
me lay out the case for you. So, um, Joe Kim and Alex, they were in the Super Bowl last year. They desynced three fucking times, and we just had to watch them run the same six plays over and over again. I don't think anybody wants to see that Super Bowl again.
no,
Everybody knows they're both very good, but nobody wants to see that Super Bowl again.
let's go.
Cardinals are the team of destiny. Okay, let me give you the case again that I laid out earlier in the season. I think this was week 11. I laid this out.
Hmm.
So 5 Super Bowls. We had Will, a newcomer, Alex, a newcomer, RK, the GOAT, Timmy, the commish, and we need the last newcomer. We need Levan to get that fifth. You brought back Russell Wilson to the desert. He was your savior. You let him go. You brought him back. You got
Hmm.
the monkey off your back. You got the gorilla off your back with the win over the 49ers.
And the
And now you're
Lions.
one win away, and the Lions. And now you're one win away from the Super Bowl. On the other side, the AFC team of destiny, the team with the most stacked roster, the team that has battled controversy probably more than anybody in the league with the field situation, with the repeated desync situation, right? A guy who is looking to ride off into the sunset with a Super Bowl, possibly his last two Madden games coming up here, and that is the Dolphins. So I think we're going to see these games, and I know you're playing Alex tonight. I think the league is going to be on the side of the Cardinals, and the league is going to be on the side of the Dolphins. You guys played each other last season. You needed to beat him to get into the playoffs. That was one of the best regular season games we've ever seen. I was going absolutely nuts in the group chat during that game. If we can get that for the Super Bowl, man, oh man.
I love it. I love it. And I'd like to. I personally would love to see that. Dolphins versus Cardinals, two brand new, fresh blood in the Super Bowl. None of us have made it into the Super Bowl. Neither of us. I mean, and you lay out so many good points, man. As far as like destiny and all that goes, the whole controversy with Justin Fields. What would we say? As soon as it happened, we were like, I think you and I were in the chat. We were like, oh, we're rooting for Dolphins big time now. Like we
Yeah.
like, I want him to win now. Kind of like
Just
stick
became a
to the
lot more
man.
likable, that squad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stick to the man. Still make it like kind of like I don't give a fuck about your X factor. I'm still gonna go to the Super Bowl. So I love that. I love that. By the way, Riley is asking where we're Dolphins ranked, and my personal rankings, I think I had Dolphins at 8. I just checked. I don't remember where we ended up putting that on overall. Wow. I just, you know what? It's funny you just mentioned that. I didn't even realize that he was Titans and Cowboys. If they win, it's gonna be same Super Bowl back to back. Boo!
Yeah, we
Nobody
don't
wants to
need
see that.
that. We do not want that.
Yeah. Sorry, Alex. You might as well throw the game.
Well, Joe Kim definitely deserves to get a ring at some point. So if it's you versus Joe Kim, I'd be happy with that. Bottom line, you need to take out Alex tonight at 8 Eastern. It needs to happen.
It's yeah, I do. I got to excuse me. I do got to get in a couple of head-to-head games with somebody. I've been playing this Madden 23, and I feel like I'm fucking my timing over with my actual
I
team.
know.
Idea, yeah. You guys just, I was not even gonna get on it today, but you guys, Chad were just hyping it up so much. As soon as I got on there, changed my Madden to my Xbox to New Zealand. As soon as the home screen popped up for Madden, I was hooked already. So
Yeah, you like that little hack doing the New
yeah,
Zealand
yeah.
location? I saw
Shout
that on Twitter.
Well, Timmy put it out in the chat first, but he was
Oh, he
like,
did?
"Oh, yeah," he was like, "It's not working this year." And then and then like 20 minutes later, you were like, "Oh yeah, just change to New Zealand. It worked for me." So I tried. Yeah, good cheat for sure. Down under.
Huge.
No, that's not down under. That's Australia. Never mind.
New Zealand's like right there, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. So are we? What's next? What's next on
I don't even know. I mean, I know that when I was giving this take to Cynthia last night, she was like, "You sold me. I'm rooting for the Cardinals and I'm rooting for the Dolphins." And then I was like, "Oh, great! So we can watch the game like on the big screen tonight. They're playing at 8." And she's like, "Absolutely not. I don't think so."
Oh,
So
come on, Cynthia.
I know I know. I'll just be
Jeez.
sitting there like watching on my phone, like a couple pillows, so that she can't tell. You know.
No worries, no worries. Are we making official picks? Have we
Yeah,
done
we
picks at
should.
all? We did, yeah. All right, so damn, I think we're gonna just agree on this. We got AFC side Titans versus Miami. We said it. We kind of already laid out what we're gonna pick. I'm picking the Dolphins. I wanna, I'd rather. And to be fair, there's no like. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'd rather see one team over other because I know both teams are really, really, really tough. Actually, both wins I've had, last wins I've had over both the teams were like literally like last second, barely under 3 points or less. Both of them could got into overtime easy. So you know, it's not like I have a favorable matchup in this. If I'm not overlooking Alex obviously, but if I do make it to the Super Bowl, I don't have a favorite matchup against any of these guys. So, um, I just personally like the story of the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. So
I feel
that's my
like you
pick.
kind of figured something out against Joakim though last time you played because he was leading in the first half. You made a couple adjustments on defense, and then you kind of locked him down. You don't think that you'd be able to keep locking him down in the Super Bowl now that you figured it out?
So I have a theory. I think a lot of people and I think Lions did the kind of same thing. They underestimate Jesus fuck. It's too early. Underestimate me and then Titans
Just keep it going, keep it rolling.
oh, English is my like third language, guys.
Mm.
But so what happens is they get a big lead on me or like they score first and then they kind of just like trying to like play that I'm gonna run it up on him type of play. And that's when they start making mistakes. They're going for the fourth downs they shouldn't go for, and kind of like that's what happened to Titans the first time we played this season. Lions, going back to the Lions, they put that first drive on me so easy. They went down, scored, got a 2 point conversion, and that was it. I'm pretty sure Hank thought that he was unstoppable, and then he didn't score. He didn't score a single point after that. So I'm not gonna give away too much, but I think that's what happened. I do think that's gonna be different in a Super Bowl matchup with anybody. You don't make those kind of mistakes. You're kind of like more locked in. The stakes are so much higher. So, oh
Your defense
man,
has really been playing incredible, man, and the fact that your improved defense and now you've kind of taken away the 1 or 2 turnovers that you would have per game with Russ, I think that just puts you right up there, you know, as one of the best teams in the league. Um, the red zone defense was insane. So if Alex, if you're listening to this, come with some good creative plays in the red zone because he's not going to make it easy for you. One thing I really like about the AFC matchup, going over to that side real quick,
hmm
is we've talked about how Joe Kim plays on offense. He's got his bread and butter plays. He looks for you as a user. If he sees you vacate the zone that you're supposed to be in, he'll just hit right where you were supposed to be. I kind of like this matchup for Riley and the Dolphins, as Riley being a D line user. That kind of takes
mm
out that aspect of the game for Joakim. Like you think that the Dolphin, I mean, he's got beast players all over the place. The Dolphins do, and they're going to be staying true to their zones. So we'll see if Joakim can have the type of offensive success that he typically does if he's not making those typical reads of the user that he does.
Yeah, that's a great point. And when you think about it, both these Titans and Dolphins, they have insane talent on that D line. Titans pass rush
Yeah.
has been discussed. I think we crowned them as the best edge rusher in the league. They just
Hmm.
gets immense pressure on you, especially if you have a quarterback that likes to scramble out of the pocket. But same thing on the Dolphins, and you said it. When you use our X factor on D line, we all know it's like so disruptive. You can pull the moves on them, you can bull rush them, you just get way better animations, and you can get to the quarterback a lot faster. So, man, I'm intrigued to see who's gonna suffer more, Dolphins or the Titans.
Oh, and we just got word from Riley that this is going to be a blizzard game in Tennessee for the playoff. Does it even
Ooh.
snow that much in Tennessee?
Uh, not sure. I haven't been there too much. I've been there once in the summer. So
Okay. But damn, I wonder if that's going to do anything to the game. I feel like, Riley losing escape artist and gunslinger. I think he's just going to play within himself a little bit more. I'm all on the Dolphins bandwagon for this game. We both are.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Tennessee close to Appalachian Mountains, so maybe there's some
We'll get
altitude
some
there.
snow. Yeah. Okay. All
I wonder
right.
if we're gonna
Damn.
see a heavy load of Derrick Henry
Yeah,
if it's
that's a
gonna be
good
around.
question.
It's a snow game.
It's crazy
Eh,
that Devin Achane is just not a non-factor. I think he's the running back too on the Titans. He just
mhm.
never plays anymore. We loved that guy.
Yeah, I know. Embarrassment of riches in Tennessee for sure.
Yeah, so I think that game's going down at like 5 Eastern tomorrow night. So we'll get the NFC tonight and AFC tomorrow night. Um, and we've got the same picks in both. So we're both taking the Cardinals and the Dolphins. We're
I
rooting for
like it.
the team of destiny.
Yes.
Appalachians are barely a notch above large hills. Mile High Mike coming in hot. What mountain? What's a legit mountain to you, Mile High Mike?
The Rockies, bro. The Rocky Mountains. The only
Does
legit mountain formations in the U.S. I mean, what you guys got in Northeast?
Yo, I don't know. I'm not a big mountain guy. I'm not pounding my chest for northeastern mountains. Okay, that's not our that's not our thing out here.
But Rocky Mountains are the only. No, I wouldn't say only, but obviously not including the Alaska. I'm sure they got some huge mountains out there too. But on the mainland, yeah, Rocky Mountain Formation is the biggest and longest and pause.
Biggest
All
and
that.
longest, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about
that's the
that.
way we like it up in Colorado.
Damn, what else do we even have to talk about here?
Dude, I don't know. This gonna be the shortest pod ever?
It might be. I mean, we don't have a lot of games left. I mean, we got the same picks. One thing we did come across is hilarious. So I follow like franchise Madden franchise on Reddit. Like there's Madden Reddit, and then there's like a connected franchise like subreddit or whatever. I don't really know. I'm not a big Reddit guy, but basically, some league posted, and I sent this to you guys. It's like a Madden league. They're looking for users.
Oh yeah,
They've got a podcast. They got weekly games. Hold on, let me pull it up so I don't misquote.
that that was funny.
It's like, can you stream? Do you follow the rules? Are you active? Um, we pride ourselves in being super involved and active. This includes a weekly podcast, YouTube channel, league, Twitter, and Instagram. So I found them. I found them on YouTube, and I was watching one of their podcasts. And oh my god, these guys were the biggest fucking nerds of all time. These
Oh
so
shit.
brutal, dude. I hope they go and
Yeah.
look for our league and our podcast, and they find this and they skip to this moment. Oh my god, that was brutal. I was worried a little bit. I was like, "Oh, looks like we got some competition," but we do not. We do not.
No, yeah.
They
I
are total
listen
dweebs.
yeah, I listened to their pod a little bit too. Just absolutely no chemistry. Just sorry guys, you guys need to work on it a little more. They're probably fans to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. If you're in the chat from the any given day football league, make it
Oh
make it known.
shit, name drop them. Brutal. I
I know.
like
Yeah,
it.
they are such clowns. But yeah, because I was watching their YouTube, and they've got like the comments going like we do, right? And I don't know what they were talking about because I was just like jumping around. But
Yeah.
somebody in the comments like, rolling out and passing is so weak. Like running with your quarterback is so weak. It's like, dude, like that is
Just
so lame.
yeah,
I
just
think that shit is so lame.
they're gonna love the new Madden then.
Oh
Because
yeah, they
that's
will.
they're gonna be just jerking off to it every night. They're fucking pocket passer pussies. God, it's gonna suck.
It's going to be such a
Oh
different game.
yeah, not just. And then we talked. We were kind of like talking about it, about the mechanics when you and I were playing our head to head. And even those like crazy plays that you make, like just run backwards and kind of like run around, dodge some defenders, and then like cross body throw. None of that's happening. None of that's happening. So,
Oh
seems
yeah,
like
dude. all the plays where you like wait for your receivers to get to the end of their route and then they start working back towards you, and how it's so impossible to cover those. Those are
Gone.
done. Those are not
Yeah,
happening anymore.
those are gone. Seems like every quarterback's gonna have like their limit on the air yard pass, like 50 yards, 60 yards for older ones, probably on the some gunslinger guys, Herberts and Allens. They probably got like 70, 80, 60 or 70-yard arcs or whatever. But that's it. Doesn't matter if you're on the left side of the field or right side of the field. It's literally gonna go 70 yards, and it's probably gonna most of the time if you throw in crossbody, it's gonna end up somewhere in the middle of the field. So that man, it's gotta be adjustment. It's gotta be adjustment because some of the players, including myself, look for those big plays when you're like, okay, I'm gonna catch defense, buy some time by running around. So man, I'm excited though. I love learning new ways to play. So that should be an exciting part of the game.
For escape artist, you need 6 carries of 10+ yards with your quarterback to get it activated. That's insane.
Yeah, not
Another thing
happening.
that was cool that I noticed, like in the old games, there would be animations. There would be like interception animations and wide receiver animations, and like there wouldn't really be like you could kind of tell by the animation if it was going to be caught. I think I had an interception on you where a corner did like a wide receiver animation, like he went up and mossed your guy and came down with it. So I think that they made a big point to emphasize like the in air battles for the ball. I definitely saw
Yeah,
that today.
yeah. It's the whole mechanics are different. That's for sure. 9 inches, nice. Uh, it's definitely like I know we watched a bunch of videos in the chat. How they're gonna switch up the whole tackle animations, and those are definitely different. We haven't seen
Hmm.
like I don't think I saw one single one like exact same tackle animation, which was so refreshing to see different animations. And the same with the jumps, like battles, like you said, those are totally different from what we've seen before. I think the size is gonna be a huge one in this because I feel like every time you moss my guy was like some low corner. Uh,
Hmm.
uh, Same with speed, guys were getting burned who were like significantly slower, and defensive backs were not um making up that ground as faster as we used to. If you take out somebody out of their zone and you can identify as a offensive player and you attack it, you cannot like I feel like you can bait a lot easier in Madden 22. Madden 23 is gonna be a lot harder to get back into that zone. So we'll see, man. It's definitely gonna be learning curve for a lot of us.
Yeah, the baiting is definitely going to be gone. The defensive players kind of move around a little bit slower. I know
Hmm.
Madden 21, yeah, Madden 21, you could really cover the entire field, the middle of the field with your linebacker. They made it harder
Yep.
Madden 22, and now it's getting even harder in this Madden, which is good. You should not be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
One
fun,
sick
but
tackle animation that during our game, like a lot of times in Madden, you see those tackle animations where you dive and you get them from behind, and then they just kind of like tumble to the ground and roll over, like the ankle tackle from behind.
yeah.
I was running it, and you dove at my guy from behind. He like stumbled, and then he dove and extended the ball as he was going down. Or maybe that wasn't your game. Maybe that was when I was playing. I played 2 games today, so
Yeah, I think that's the other one.
it was cool though. A lot of cool
Yeah.
animations.
Yeah, big fan of the new animations for sure. Maybe we get sick of them eventually, like we got sick of these, but at least these animations that we've had past Madden were the same ones recycled over and over for like what 4 or 5 Maddens now. So
Hmm.
just the fact that they changed up, the, the animations itself were just such an integral part of the game. Like that when you changed up completely, you can definitely tell the difference, which is again refreshing. Just feels like a different game.
What did you think of the Broncos game the other night?
Dude, starting off, I was a little worried. First quarter, I was a little worried. I was like, what in the fucking Pat Shermer is this? But then, guys got into the rhythm and then they were taking off. Defense was balling. Uh Cowboys didn't score a point till like fucking bunch of accountants and Walmart managers were playing.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I gotta say, Cowboys, I don't know what they're doing, but they're fucking undisciplined as fuck. I would be pissed if I was Cowboys fan. They're like
That's how
fucking
they are every year. They're always getting
yeah.
penalties and fights, and they just have like bad actors on their team. It seems like.
It should be a good one against the Bills this week. Honestly, I don't really. That's
Oh,
gonna be
that's
that's
who
a
the
well
Broncos
coached
play.
team. Yeah, that's a well coached team. We're really gonna go up against some depth. Philip Lindsay. Oh no, Philip Lindsay is for the plays for the Colts. Never mind. I just watched the Colts Bills game last week, and Philip Lindsay was popping some plays.
Oh, was he? Let's go.
Yeah, he was a little bit.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I think we talked about this. Your broadcast wasn't the same as mine. I was watching the game on NFL Network, so they were kind of switching back and forth between Broncos Cowboys, and then the other game was the Seahawks Steelers game. So I got to see a
Oh,
lot of Drew Lock, and I made some comments about Drew Lock in the chat, and Adam and Dallin were really coming at me. They really got offended that I said that
mhm.
Drew was a cocky idiot, and basically said that maybe Drew's the problem if Pete Carroll was like really not into Drew, just like Vic was.
uh, listen, man, I see your point. I do, because that's now two different. It's almost yeah, that's two different head coaches that really kind of like give him the same exact treatment, right? But then I also see their point of view too, because those two coaches are also kind of like the same. So maybe they do like the same things and they hate the same things, which would be somebody like Drew Lock. I don't know. I honestly over Drew Lock conversation. That's for sure. I'm ready to get the Broncos going and watch Russell Wilson score touchdowns. Good luck,
True.
kid.
All right, cool. I mean, we don't need to keep going and talking about nonsense. You want to wrap this up?
Let's do it, man. Short pod. I'm good with it.
All right. Thanks for listening, boys. Like I said, we've got 8 p.m. tonight, the game, Cowboys, Cardinals. We're trying to get a commentator group together for the game tomorrow afternoon. I'm working on producer Timmy's availability. Would be great to have somebody call on the Titans Dolphins game. But yeah, you got anything for the people? Good luck tonight, bro.
Yes, thank you. Tune in, guys. 8 p.m. East is when Cowboys Cardinals going down. Um, you know, we'd like to get some viewers. I will be streaming because I'm away game. Yes, only wildcard team remaining in the. Oh, that's crazy! I just realized 1 seed, 2 seed, and 2 seed and 6 seed. So
Yeah, because you knocked out the 1 seed.
that's true. I did. And I knocked out 3 seed too. Okay. So yeah, you guys, thanks for listening. Always appreciate you guys coming in and commentating, dropping comments in the chat. We'll see you probably end of this week for the next one. If you guys
Can I make one more quick point?
yes, go ahead.
We've got like 3 weeks basically until the draft, right? We've got, yeah, like the draft is 2 weeks from yesterday, 3 weeks from yesterday.
September 4th, I believe.
Let me
Right?
pull up calendar. Yeah, so the draft is on the 4th. Today's the 15th. We got this week, next week. Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks from yesterday. 3 weeks to get yourself a mic, get yourself a webcam, save up. It's like $50. It's not going
Yeah.
to break the bank. And stream every game. Let's go. Stream every game. Would be awesome to see everybody's facial reactions to games. We'd love it. I think it makes the games that much more exciting. So do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Will be
so
dope.
much to it.
Yeah, I think it's only me, you, and Timmy right now. Adam did it for a minute. So Adam, you'll get back on that grind next Madden. Brina has a camera. So the more
Let's
people we
go.
have on that grind, the better.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you guys know the deal. Subscribe, follow us on TikTok. We've been dropping some videos. Will is very active there. I'm gonna get right on it too. Dan is also very active making some videos too. So if you guys got any questions, you guys know who to hit up. If you guys want any subjects discussed on the pod, and other than that, we'll see you next time.
Peace.